So, hey everyone, it's Chrono here again, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about how you can have your police panel in your UEFN project, especially role plays maps using verse, all by verse, no assets needed. Of course, to buy this verse code, the link is going to be in the description via our Patreon, or you can join our Discord server where you can contact me in case you want to buy it via PayPal. You can find other cool stuff that you may need, like admin panel, tsunami verse code, still the brain rot, or whatever you need, we can make it. Anyway, let's not talk that much, and we're going to discover this police panel, and then we can see the setup via verse class. So as you can see, I can activate it via a remote control, but by default you don't have the access to that panel, so you will need to get the access every time you start a game. And then when you press the left click via remote control, it's gonna trigger this trigger to open the panel. And one of the first thing we have is that you can scan the closest player. As you can see, this is the closest player to me, and if I want far away, it's gonna say no suspect in range. So let's discover the options we have by getting close to the suspect. And one of the first option we have is that we can see the status, and it says clear. We can handcuff the player and go with him wherever we want, and I can release him by right clicking the remote, so as you can see. And so let's just scan again, and I can send him to jail. I can mark him wanted. As you can see now, he's not wanted in the record, but I can make him wanted, and another guy in the map with the police panel system can see in his record that he's wanted, and then he can jail him or he can fine him, whatever he wants, based on the roleplay rules. And I can also have a message that says the suspect is close to me, 13 meters, and it will stop if the suspect is far away from me, 50 meters. So that's also a little bit more realistic. I guess now it will stop. All right, I guess it's more than that. It's 100. So, but anyway, we can edit that via verse code, and we can search the suspect in case he have like, let's say, some drugs in game, of course, in Fortnite, or items that are like suspicious item. In our case, we have in a conditional bottom the herbs. So now it says that the suspect doesn't have anything illegal, but it says that suspect is clean. But if he pick up and then we search him again, it's going to say contraband found, and in that case we can either fine him or we can send him to jail. As you can see now, he's inside the jail. If we scan the area, of course, we're not gonna find him, but I made it in the verse code that after 1 minute he's gonna get out of the jail. And meanwhile, we can see other stuff we have. So we have an armory loadout. This is linked with a trigger where you can give a loadout, or you can open a shop UI to the police guy. And this is a dispatch. This is the coolest one we have. It's to request backup, and that means that if another guy who is a police in the map is playing with you, he's going to receive a canvas that says either to accept or deny the backup, and it's going to teleport him to you. And we can test that right now if you want. So let me first get the... So as you can see now, the second account of mine is a police, and he can request a backup, and I'm gonna show you when he requests a backup what happens exactly. So now he's going to request a backup, and that's it says Officer Delusilver, which is his name, needs a backup. Do you want to go to him or do you want to decline? And it gives, of course, the indicator. But we don't care about that. So let's say I respond. Oh, it's too late. We're gonna request it again. So we're gonna respond, and that will make us teleport to him. But I can only see that because I'm a cop. I also have a trigger where I cannot be a cop anymore, which is this one. And even though I have a remote, I cannot open the cop panel anymore. So, and I can only open it if I choose this trigger. And of course, this one is to open the panel by default. And now we can go to see the verse class, which is very easy. So we need a trigger to open the panel, which is this one, and then, or we can open it via a button. And then we need a trigger to be a cop or to not be a cop. And of course, we can fill those with a class selector. So let's say you have a specific class for only the cops in your roleplay map. Then we have a jail teleport, which is this one for my case, and the release teleport. After the timer ends, the guy or the prisoner is going to be teleported right here. Then we have a find small, which is going to be a trigger linked to an item remover. We didn't link that since it's not that important. Then we need a chair device with those settings. It's for the handcuff, and it's going to be custom, and you can hide it, by the way, in the map. You don't need it, and you just fill it in the verse class. You need some few HUD message devices and an armory trigger that will trigger the loadout for the police. And yeah, a release remote. This one is for the right click to for the remote. So if you right click, you're going to throw the suspect. And yes, and this one is the most important and the cooler one, which is the contraband checkers, where you can put whatever items that are suspicious, and if it got detected, then it will tell you that hey, this guy got something that is not allowed, and you can add an item remover to remove it from him. And of course, you can in the item remover you can decide the quantity you want to remove from him. Anyway, the code, I guess, is 1,500 line, if I'm not wrong. Yes, it's too much. It's too much, and we're gonna make it updated. We're gonna keep updating the code, and of course, so only our buyers can have the latest versions. And it's really very important, and it can make your roleplay map very cool. Anyway, thank you so much. Corolla was with you in this video. If you need any help, our Discord server, its link is in the description, and have a great day.